Hello, I'm Frontspac.
And I am Artiph.
I'm Brofose.
And I'm SaucyKing.
And thank you for joining us for Let's Play Tomb Raider Episode 2, The Lost Valley. And here we start in... Well, not much of a valley, actually. It looks more like a cave. Got some wolves down there hanging around, doing whatever it is wolves do.
You know, for a natural cave, those the edges of that pool look really really squared off.
Yeah, I know. It's like some remarkable geology in this hidden away part of Peru here.
I really feel like they could have tried harder on the water. Like, it
Yeah,
just looks like they just got
graphic
lazy.
on top of the water, just shifting through it several frames of animation.
Well,
No,
they did
Like,
have...
it looks like something that they would have, like, in the early version as just a placeholder. And they were like, no.
Nah, fuck it, we'll keep it.
They did put in like a wavy effect when you're in the water. Oh yeah,
Oh,
and then that
fuck.
happens.
And
Wow,
now we get to
good job.
experience it. Thanks.
Yeah. See, like, that wasn't all that. I mean, it was 1996. You gotta cut these guys some slack. It was actually the original...
What the fuck was that? It was just so weird.
Yeah, you just go off... The waterfall becomes a texture at that point, so you just sort of fly off into space.
Is it some distance from the wall, or is it literally painted onto the wall?
The waterfall's just painted onto the wall.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah, it looks really fucked up.
This is the
Fucked
best
up.
game.
Oh,
I
I'm
also
sorry.
like
I
how
didn't mean to be
her
that blunt about
momentum-
it, but...
No,
her
dude, the
momentum is
Holocaust was fucked
interrupted.
up.
Okay.
I like how her momentum is interrupted so she can grab that wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
I like how you can steer her halfway through a jump, too. Like, just... Actually, no, I wanted to go over here.
Just
Which
like
I
in
guess-
real life.
You can't just...
Yeah.
You can't violate the laws of, inertia.
Whoa. Well, he just did, so...
Well, I can't, but, I mean, Laura can. That's what makes her an action heroine.
Oh, that's a skill you need to get into the action business, is it?
Well,
It's a
I'd say
prerequisite,
so,
yeah.
I don't know how else you go about doing it.
Why would a lost cave have just modern mechanical technology mounted on the wall like that?
Oh look, it's the Gears of War. Yeah, I know that was bad.
That was
It
terrible.
was bad.
That's why I
But
said it.
You should
This-
just kill yourself.
This is actually our puzzle for the level. We've got this gear system. It's, You
Oh.
can see notches where it's missing three
Oh,
gears.
I thought the fucking lever threw you.
The animation on those wheels kills me. They rotate a little bit and then completely like invert, and you can see it.
Yeah. Like a bad GeoCities gif.
The fucking, you go up there, you pull the lever, and it's just a dancing baby.
Well, no,
Really?
that's when you put all three cogs in place. Right now, you just get an under construction gif of a stick man, like, with a pickaxe.
Or like a
When it
spinning
has a-
skull.
Underneath it has the fucking viewer counter. It just says like 4.
No, Saucy, when you hit 2 gears in the thing, you get a flaming skull spinning around.
Oh, okay.
Also, just picked up a shotgun.
Oh,
It just
that's
happened to be
fun.
laying around. Huh?
Yeah, no, well, it's on that dead dude. He came down here with a shotgun, and then... You know, I don't know what would have happened to him at this point, because it's not like he's terribly stranded or there's any enemies near. He maybe just blew
It's
his own head off.
obvious that it was fucking Courtney Love, dude. Come on.
Wow.
I was actually going to make the Kurt Cobain joke if someone else didn't, so...
I was waiting for it.
It's the first
Welcome
thing
to
I
Let's
thought of.
Play Tomb Raider, where we're terrible human beings.
Hitler did nothing wrong.
Oh wow, that waterfall kicks me.
Wow.
Yeah, just three...
And you
Like,
got
this is
waterfalls.
where Notch got his fucking ideas for what lava looks like.
I like how it doesn't impede your movement at all, and you can see water flowing in several different directions.
Yeah, you
Well, yeah,
know.
Tomb Raider was originally just supposed to be... I mean, Minecraft was originally just supposed to be a sequel to Tomb Raider. I mean, it's made out of blocks, and it has really simple textures.
No, this
Notch
is just a
hasn't played a
Minecraft
video
mod.
game since 1998.
Frontspac, when are you gonna find the diamond?
God,
When I
that's
feel like
fucking-
it. Anyways, now we can come down here and proceed... Now that we've got
Oh,
our
well.
shotgun, we can proceed with finding the gears. Normally, a lot of... if you play this game, normally you just come down here first, 'cause it's the more obvious area, completely miss a very useful item in the shotgun, and then end up collecting a bunch of gears for a puzzle you have no idea that you're even trying to solve.
Oh, okay.
Not that we really know what we're doing at this point. Do you guys have any idea what those gears do at this point?
They spin.
I imagine they
Yeah.
opened that floodgate that we saw earlier.
Hey, yeah, you're right on the money, Saucy. Actually, well done.
Damn!
And this is me checking for the secret behind the waterfall and missing completely.
He
Oh.
pays attention.
There's no secret behind the waterfall. But I decide to give it a shot. There's actually, if you try and swim close to it, there's like a bit of current that keeps you from
That's
getting
the
at
thing.
it too.
Generally, waterfalls with secrets behind them aren't solid.
Yeah, and painted onto the wall. That still shits me. I can't get over that.
Yeah,
That said, though, I do find like this whole, given the graphics of the era, this whole area has a nice feel to it. It's very dark and mysterious. You know, it's definitely the original Tomb Raider games. At least the first two definitely built atmosphere really well, despite their having a small
technical
design
limitations.
team. And
You know
yeah,
what this really reminds me of? It looks like you're just running through like an area in EverQuest.
I've never had the fortune of actually playing EverQuest.
Oh, I feel bad for you, son.
Got 99 problems.
but
it-
EverQuest ain't one.
I can't believe we're doing this. I
A
can't believe
bitch.
you're
We've got a
getting
couple
railed
bitches here
so
though,
hard.
if they're females.
Dude, he's fighting 3 wolves while fucking doing acrobatics. You're giving him
If he
shit?
cut one or the other, he'd be doing just fine.
Yeah, he doesn't even need to do both to be in, like, for me to be like, bravo, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
My
he
my
just did
whole
both, and you're like, I'm not doing it good enough.
There's actually nothing back here too. Like you come in here, you fight these wolves, you go into this little back area. It's just a dark space for a
It's
wolf to come out of.
literally
There's
not
nothing here.
Back.
Wow.
It's their fucking home.
It's a shitty home. Like where's the?
It's a
Where's the
shitty
couch?
home. Wow, thanks. I kill all of them, and then I insult their house. Like, oh, nothing to steal here.
Well, it is a shitty home. Like they made me
It's
waste my
terrible.
bullets on them for no reason.
Pure feng shui
Your
sucks.
infinite bullets just got wasted, I'm sure.
Well, you know what? Time is valuable.
I'm just imagining like a forensics team following this slaughter, trying to figure out what happened, and they're like, this woman had 7,000 bullets on her.
It's like Willem Dafoe in Boondock Saints.
Oh god.
They just take her backpack and turn it upside down, and magazines just won't stop falling out.
It's like a bag of holding.
They actually suffocate because the room is full of magazines.
Oh look, underground trees. And
A
fucking
fucking
dinosaurs!
velociraptor.
This is our first new enemy type. Yeah. Also, you wouldn't know this because there's no skybox. This isn't underground anymore.
Oh,
This
really?
you actually you play the anniversary edition remake of the game, and this is like literally a valley. Well, really more like a little canyon. It's really not big enough to be a valley.
Is that the eponymous valley then?
This would be the Lost Valley. Yep.
Okay.
Not
I actually
so
thought you were still-
lost anymore.
I thought you were still underground.
Well, you
This
would
just reminds
I
me
would
of
not blame
Jurassic
you for
Park
thinking that.
Trespasser.
Still making underground sounding sounds.
Yeah.
Well, no, like I bugged me as like when I was a kid playing this game. I was like, this isn't a valley at all. This is horse shit. How are these
looks
trees
like a
even
cave
growing?
to
There's
me.
no sun. But they didn't draw a skybox. It's just nighttime or something. I don't know.
Wait, didn't you say you were playing this with your family as a kid? You just come out here, this is horse shit.
Well, I played it on
Fuck
my
your
own,
dad.
too,
Mom,
like, you
come
know,
on. What's
early in
wrong
the
with
morning, get
this?
up at like 6 a.m.
What miffs me is devs around this time who wouldn't draw a skybox. Instead, they would opt to just make a roof in walls and paint the air on it.
Oh my god. Don't even get me fucking started.
Well, come on, no one knew any better, you know?
Yeah, they did.
They didn't.
They're like puppies
have-
shitting on the rug. They had to be trained.
If the puppies were treading new ground in
You
science.
had to rub the dev's nose in the skybox. Look what you did.
Bah!
In fucking EverQuest, certain areas in the skybox, there was another thing called the cat box, where if you got camera to go into an area it wasn't supposed to, in certain, like, really small specific areas, you would just be greeted with a picture of the developer's cat.
So, why aren't you using that shotgun you picked up?
Well, because I've got limited ammo for it right now, and like in case you'll notice, I haven't actually had any difficulty with the dinosaurs so far.
Lara Croft didn't think to drop shotgun shells into her infinitely deep backpack?
Yeah, I don't know why. She's like rich. She could
Well, she
just
didn't
bring
bring a
all these
shotgun
guns
with
with
her.
her.
I bet she's
Maybe
got a
she's
fucking...
just fucking surprised. She's like, oh my god, I found a shotgun? Shit, I really should have brought those.
Yeah.
I bet she's got a tent in there. She's got a map, a compass, a bicycle, a friggin' jeep.
There will be a
whole
motorcycle
Jeep.
later in the game that comes out of nowhere. Also, did you guys notice the footprints on the ground earlier in the level?
I did.
Those
Oh
ones-
my
oh, Jesus.
god!
Oh man, hello.
And yeah, here's our first boss encounter of the game. A fucking T-Rex out of nowhere.
Made of Legos.
Last time I fought a T-Rex, I started flipping around too.
It's the last game I fought a T-Rex in.
It's just like the first time I found a Darkwood Grain Ring in Dark Souls. Oh, I guess that's it then.
And then
It's-
Frontspac gets baited.
Dude, hurry up, go over there and fucking carve it.
Every fight in Tomb Raider can, if you have the space, can be won just by backflipping backwards and shooting. And
Oh.
that's like combat in Tomb Raider.
Spoilers.
Wow.
They actually changed that up in the later games by letting you do that tumble move in midair, which is how you win fights without infinite space to go backwards.
I like how that T-Rex just has perfectly flat teeth, like he's a herbivore or something.
Well, he is like he's the herbivore. Like these aren't T-Rexes as they originally existed. They've evolved over the last 65 million years.
He eats
To
this moss.
yeah, like they're
Oh, okay.
farmers, like the bears.
Again, this is just a game about completely destroying the ecosystem. You have to remember that.
So
We
Lara
found
Croft
that out
is
last
actually
game.
Dr. Blight.
Pretty much, yeah.
And she also has an amazing grip for somebody holding a waterfall.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, you know that'd be cold. Like,
And that'd also be really slippery.
I mean, it kind of amazes me though. I mean, if you saw dinosaurs, would your first thing to be like, well, I'll just sort of casually gun them down in search of my cogs?
I'll just kind of casually
Hey,
gun
dude,
them
that-
down while backflipping 20 feet in the air.
That dinosaur came out of nowhere, dude. Fucking nowhere, okay? It
You
ambushed
mean like the
us.
bear in the first level?
Yeah.
Oh my
Also,
God,
we've
that
now
fucking
got
bear.
magnum clips for a future weapon that'll appear in the game.
Is it a magnum?
2, actually, because they didn't bother doing animations for one-handed handguns in this game.
Oh, that's pleasant. That water effect right there, that's just so realistic.
Yeah, this is, and then this is me taking no damage from dinosaurs and then fucking myself over making stupid jumps.
Yeah, falling onto a cliff.
Yeah. But it's interesting thing, I've decided to look into what the weapons in Tomb Raider are modeled off of, just so, you know, in case there's any Gunsberg-type people in our audience, and they aren't.
Oh,
Yeah, I could have told you that.
Yeah, that shotgun doesn't exist. Her handguns don't fucking exist. The artist just, like, sat down and was just like, what does a gun look like? And scribbled a bunch of shit out.
It looks kind of like a sideways L, kind of.
That's pretty much it. It's an L, couple rectangles stuck together with a bunch of random textures thrown on them, and it's like a Rob Liefeld gun essentially.
I don't like anything about these. It's making me extraordinarily nervous. Hell.
Oh.
We made it.
Yeah, this is our next secret
Wow, you
here
made
up
it
on
by
the roof.
fucking so far, too.
Yeah.
Well, Laura's like an Olympic athlete. Like, there's so many better things she could be doing other than just setting science back another 3 decades by wiping out all these animals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, maybe
Indiana
some
Jones was
scientists
a
will want to
teacher.
see this.
So-
Yeah, not to
yeah.
mention these dinosaurs. You know, the scientists of the world would flip shit if they knew about this. But no, we can't let this happen.
Well, remember the opening cutscene again? There was a magazine cover photo of Laura just killing Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Just shooting him right in the fucking face.
What are we here for again, anyways? We're going in the cave just to go in the
Raiding
cave?
tombs is our job description.
That
That's
woman,
true. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Jacqueline Natla of Natla
Oh, shit.
Industries,
Oh,
which is
Jesus.
some kind of super powerful organization, has asked us to locate a powerful artifact for her called the Scion. And it's reputedly hidden in the tomb of Qualopec underneath the lost city of Vilcabamba.
Okay, so this woman that's hiring us to raid the tombs.
Yeah. But
She's
Laura's
the
just
bad
doing
guy,
it for
right?
shits and giggles because she's already rich. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, bad guy.
Yeah, there we
Pretty
go.
obvious.
Well,
Always is,
totally,
right?
I mean,
So I gotta say, Lara Croft really is qualified for this job. She really gets the raiding part down pat, and by raiding I mean murdering and stealing literally everything that's not pinned
Yeah,
down.
she raids with the worst possible connotation of the term.
She's actually descended from Vikings and friggin'
now for a
That's,
sequel, Tomb Pillager.
tomb rapist.
Whoa, that's our
Oh
word.
man, that looked
Yeah,
great.
careful now. You don't want to stir up that controversy with this game.
Lara has the strongest fingers in the universe. I swear to God.
Actually,
You
if you
go
look
through
closely,
all
she never
that for a
unclenches her
year?
hands.
Oh, it's one
She's
of
doing
those
all this with her
games,
knuckles.
Yeah, she just grabs ledges with her knuckle hair or
She's
something.
no, she's like a Lego man. She grabs things by putting them into the hole between her fingers in her fist.
Kind of
Oh,
snap.
yeah,
Laura
pretty
was
much.
actually born without opposable thumbs.
They kind of slide in there, you know.
And then this is me being incredibly amazed to find out they actually properly rendered the ropes and made them physical objects in the world.
Yeah.
The trees, fuck no, but the ropes on this bridge, yeah, gotta have full-on polygons for them. They're like half a foot thick.
Those are what your audience is
How
gonna be
small
staring
is
right
their
at.
polygon budget to have the trees?
So can
Maybe-
you just run right through the trees?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. I didn't try. Interestingly, though, for all the foliage in this part of the game, instead of billboarding like they did earlier, like you talked about, they're like done as like a cross section of sprites.
Oh, like an X, yeah.
Yeah,
So they just intersected two billboards.
yeah, but they don't. They're not
They're not
billboards because they don't
Oh, they
rotate
don't always
with you.
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just 2D graphics standing straight up.
That's silly.
Yeah. Well, the
Fucking water,
later
bro.
games they get more elaborate, but I don't know if it was just they didn't know what they could do with the hardware at the time because this was also developed on the Saturn too, the first Tomb Raider, right?
Wasn't it released on the Saturn before anything else? I think it was.
Yeah, it was slightly before anything else came out on the Saturn, and then the PS1 and the PC. And it was actually the later games were going to be released on the Saturn and N64 before Sony gave Eidos a bunch of money to make it PC and PlayStation exclusive.
The Saturn was like the red-headed stepchild of that
The-
generation.
Yeah, that
Everything about the Saturn went wrong. Like, don't get me wrong, there were some great games, but they made so many marketing misgivings. Like the
Yeah.
fact that, if I recall correctly, at E3 that year, they just blew away all their devs and publishers by saying, "Oh, by the way, about the release date, it's shipping right now, even though we haven't said anything about it yet."
Yeah. And all
Sega
developers
just-
were like, wait, what?
didn't make any good decisions when it came to how to manage their business from a marketing perspective. Like, because they had the 32X and the Sega CD, so they had all these extra console add-ons, and no one was really sure like if the Saturn was going to get any support because the 32X didn't and the Sega CD didn't. So no one really wanted to buy one and then get hosed again.
The Genesis was really their only successful.
Yeah.
Dude, this fucking dinosaur is not happy that you're in his pool.
Oh, he's pissed, but
It's
you know
a
it's really too bad for
shotgun.
him.
You know how uncomfortable a rectangular grip like that would be on a shotgun?
Oh, Jesus.
I know, right? A shotgun would be so unpleasant to use. Like, her handguns look alright, but that shotgun, like, when you look at the model for it, is really fucked up looking. There is nothing right about it at all.
Fire and it breaks all the bones in your hand because of all the sharp angles on the handle.
It's neat that you actually wear it, though, after you get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's... You know, there's a lot of weird issues with, like, when the game came out, but there was a lot of attention to detail. Like, I mean,
Technology.
I think arguably more than any of the other games in the series, the original was like the most lovingly handcrafted.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know?
I have no opinion because I haven't played it.
And oh yeah, this is the
Oh,
part where I
Jesus.
realized that I forgot the last cog.
You gotta go fast, bro.
Gotta go fast. It's actually up on
Can't
top of
blame
these
you.
blocks here. It is super easy to miss because you have no idea you need to climb up here unless you look closely.
So, how long would a first-time player spend running around in circles, just hunting?
Oh, honestly, like just from my experiences, you could take like 1 to 2 hours per level in this game. Generally speaking, running around.
Oh, Jesus.
Not necessarily a bad thing as long as the levels look interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things I kind of miss about games now is they hold your hand. Like even the new Tomb Raiders, it's like it's always really obvious where you need to go. It's like
extremely linear.
it's like
Yeah.
room, hallway, hallway. And some of the rooms are big, but you don't get this like the levels in this game weave in and out of each other.
Walk down a path, you see 5 entrances stretch out in front of you that sometimes overlap on top of one another. Actually feel like cave formations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
When I played
This-
Tomb Raider Underworld, I was extremely
disappointed.
Yeah, not only in its level design, but also in just the general gameplay just felt bland.
Yeah, like the Crystal Dynamics games are okay, but kind of uninspired. They take like all the wrong lessons from like Uncharted and the latter Prince of Persia games.
Oh, okay.
It kind of yeah, Artiph?
It still miffs me that you can't like actually die in the Prince of Persia game, affectionately just titled Prince of Persia, because that naming convention people don't get tired of, even though it's exhausted.
Game 2, Game 3.
Game the
Game
reboot,
Vengeance.
and it gets me because it's so uninspired and it leads to confusion.
And then the reboot game.
Yeah.
Like
It's an
Rambo
alternate
First
retelling.
Blood.
It's an alternate envisioning of the original game, except more edgy and not in any way as memorable as the original.
You
Devil May
mean
Cry.
like coincidentally they're doing with Tomb Raider right now?
Exactly.
You know, people said, and I guess I'm going to soapbox here for a minute, how they were talking about how Lara Croft is, they're turning her into a sex symbol, which arguably she always was. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
But
like seriously.
Playboy,
How
so
she-
get the fuck over it.
How she's portrayed as being your average weak woman or sex object because of that scene in the new Tomb Raider where she gets captured and these guys attempt to rape her, and they say that's a bad thing. I see it as, and people are going to get mad at me for saying this, but I actually see it as a good thing, and only because immediately after they try to rape her, she beats the shit out of them. Of all things, that should be empowering, because, like, holy shit, you know what I mean?
Well, I think it's like it
If they
doesn't
actually
have
went
to
through with
be
and there's
empowering
nothing
or
she can do
not
about it.
empowering. It can just be like I mean, video games are full of misogyny. It's like, you know, we can't
Yeah.
really bullshit around that. That's the truth. So I can see why people are geared up to see it everywhere. But really, I just didn't see it in that case. I just thought,
Yeah.
well, she's been captured by really horrible people, and then she escapes, and it's supposed to be like they're doing the whole like gritty survival-oriented game. Like now she has like a bow and has to hunt and shit. And that was just sort of what they're aiming for. Like you can argue it may or may not be a good decision tonally, but I really like. I think these
Well, I mean,
games
they're
are
going
more.
for, you know, the Hunger Games thing.
Yeah, I think these games are more sexist for just having Laura have giant tits and
Giant tits and
not
short
really
shorts.
well-developed personality than this game
Yeah.
is for putting her in that situation.
Well, I mean, like, you can also say, look at any other game in this era with, like, a male lead that's this type of game. Like, what game in this era, like, is similar to this? Because,
It's a good question.
I mean, just, like, look at how well-developed most action RPG type games like this are for the main
If you-
characters. Like,
I
generally,
could go
it's
into
not.
I could go into the previous generation. Say, flashback the quest for identity.
You can't
Oh,
fucking
man.
put Flashback on this level. Flashback's like, rotoscope crazy game.
Flashback and Out of This World, they really tried their hardest to be
They're on their
cinematic.
own level. Like, you can't...
Yeah.
It's apples and oranges, dude. They're completely different kinds of games.
Oh, well, fuck me.
Yeah,
But,
fuck you indeed.
Yeah, that time certainly blew by on that one, but that was The Lost Valley. Join us next time for the Tomb of Qualopec and the conclusion of the Peru part of the game. Thank you very much for joining us. This was Let's Play Tomb Raider. Please tune in again next time and have yourself a great day.